Nowadays, almost everyone seems to have a podcast. And of course, people say what they want on their own podcasts. The trouble is, sometimes the things they say are not correct. Who can forget Candace Owens' attack on dinosaurs? And this week on Tinfoil Tuesday, someone else is having a pop at them. And her name is Allie Beth Stuckey. I don't know who that is. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Tinfoil Tuesday and day 20 of One A Day for May, where I release a video every single day for the month of May. My name is Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Right, let's crack on with today's video then. And as I said in the intro, it's from a lady called Allie Beth Stuckey. She has her own podcast and the conversation turns to conspiracies. Of course it does. Let's have a listen in.
Okay, do y'all believe in aliens?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, tell me why.
I don't know. There's just so much out there in space. Like, too many weird things occur. There's too many.
Okay, name me one weird thing that has occurred.
I'm not the right. Okay, this was a yes or no question. I answered yes. I'm not the backer. If you want to know more, you should talk to Alex Stein because he's got the real info on the aliens.
Okay,
But
so you believe in aliens and have no reason to believe in aliens. All right, Bree and Dylan, do you believe in aliens?
Okay, a pretty soft start here, I would say. Aliens are a definite possibility in the universe, sure. Here on Earth, though, highly unlikely.
I don't have like a hard yes, but I don't rule it out either, is what I would say.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's what I'd say.
Well, how does that feel sitting on the fence, my good sir?
I say no. I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't know if there's like, I don't know. I'm sure you can have a whole like theological conversation about it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that there's like theological reasoning for there to be. At the same time, I guess there is not theological reasoning. There can't be, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know. There might be. Okay, so like human beings are made in God's image. And what are aliens? Like, are they, because I think the creation story does tell us, okay, he made human beings, he made the beasts of the field, he made the birds of the air, he made the fish of the sea, everything that creeps and crawls. And so I'm just like, where would aliens fall into that?
They wouldn't. So are you suggesting that you cannot simultaneously believe in God and the fact that aliens could exist somewhere in the universe?
I don't think I do. Although I do think that like the things that we see, the seemingly extraterrestrial things that we see that seems to be like kind of covered up by the government, that should be like a bigger deal.
It should be. I feel like they've been like slowly releasing little things like that lately to try to distract us from other things. Otherwise, like, because they've had this information for such a long time, and now they're just like little like, ooh, yeah, look at this weird thing. Oh, look at that weird thing. And we're all like, wow, look at that. And really they're over here doing something else.
Other stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I can't comment on that. You could very well be right. But what I will say here is that pretty much all those things can be comprehensively explained as not being aliens.
Yeah.
Dylan, do you have something
I think
to
they're
add?
slow walking it to normalize it. So every few years they put out like, wow, like what's this video? Like she was saying. And so when they finally do say, yeah, aliens are real, we'll be like, well, we already knew that because we've been talking about it.
Yeah. I think my thing is like, okay, what if they are? I have a lot of things to worry about on a day-to-day basis. Like, I don't really care. I mean, I don't think that they are. I'm with Bree. But, okay, I can't do anything about them invading. There's nothing that I could do about a flying saucer.
That is actually a commendable view to take. But let me assure you, you've got no worries on that front.
What?
If they'd even want to.
Why would you want
There's
to?
nothing really here besides us.
Have you checked this place out? I remember I wasn't allowed to, but I went to a friend's house and I watched Signs in like 6th grade. Did y'all watch that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course it was freaky. So I guess if that's what an alien invasion is, then I don't want that to happen, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, if Biden says our government has F-15s and we can't go against them, I mean, who knows what the alien lords have?
Okay, just going to say, probably best you don't call them alien lords.
I just don't know. Okay, speaking of that, is there a conspiracy theory that you guys, that like just one conspiracy theory that you guys secretly are kind of like, oh, maybe that's true? I have one, but I'll let y'all go first.
I guess now is the time to hold on to your hats.
I don't think so. I need to think about it a little bit more. I think I just believe all of them. I just assume they're all true because you just get, it's like comedy is tragedy plus time. Truth is conspiracy plus time.
Ridiculous. And I'll tell you why. Thousands of years ago, doctors used to drill holes into people's heads to release evil spirits. Don't think I need to say much more there.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Bree?
Yeah, I don't know that there are any. The thing is, what's a conspiracy theory? Because I feel like I'll hear something
like, okay,
different people will say things are different are conspiracy theories.
Yeah, conspiracy theories used to be like Elvis is alive and he's living in Palm Beach. Like,
okay,
that's how it
that's
used
one.
to be. Yeah, like I don't think I believe that. Or like Michael Jackson's still alive.
Yeah.
Or Tupac's still alive.
Or like Kennedy was killed by the FBI.
Like nowadays, conspiracy theories are like
Flat Earth?
Flat
Earth. Come on, say it.
Biden colluded with Ukraine or whatever.
Well, yeah.
And like that's not a conspiracy theory. That's just like news.
Oh, that was disappointing.
Right. But I'm thinking of like, oh, we didn't really land on the moon.
No, I think I'm pretty sure we did. I'm like 99%
I don't know.
sure.
I like this guy in the middle all of a sudden.
Why haven't we been back?
It's too hard.
Is it? They're going to Mars.
Why do we need to go back? There's other places in space to go to. I don't know why we would need to go back to the moon.
I mean, why do we need to go to space? My husband and I don't understand the fascination with space anyway.
What? What about scientific curiosity, technological advancement, and the desire to understand our place in the universe? All credible reasons, I think, as to why we should explore space.
Like, there's a great big world out there. Why do you need to go into space? Here's my conspiracy theory, and I'll just drop this and let y'all discuss what you think.
Here we go.
This is a theory, okay? I'm just going to say this. Dinosaurs never existed. Thoughts? Discuss.
Well, you're wrong. The levels of evidence to suggest that they did exist are quite simply phenomenal. Let's hear your team's thoughts, though.
Well, I saw a picture. I think Elijah Schaefer tweeted this out, and maybe you've seen this too. No, it was a picture of like a dinosaur skeleton, and it was a meme, and it was like the skeleton, like how scientists would draw it, what it actually looked like, and it was like if you could superimpose like a dinosaur skeleton on like a chicken, and so he was pointing out. I think he was pointing out like, the scientists are pretty sure that's what they looked like, but we don't have like a photo of one,
I couldn't find the exact tweet, but I think he was referring to a picture like this. Now, scientists use detailed anatomical comparisons, fossilized soft tissue, and biomechanical modeling when figuring out what dinosaurs actually looked like. They didn't just look at a skeleton and then start drawing.
Yeah, okay, see, that's a perfect example of like what I'm talking about. Okay, so you've got these bones, you've got these fossils, supposedly, and they supposedly date back millions of years. And then I think it's a bunch of nerds constructing this fantasy world that they think is awesome. Like, how do you know what the skin of a pterodactyl looked like? How do you know what it sounded like? Like, how do you know those things really? And the different color patterns and all of that. How are you picking that up from bones?
No, scientists aren't just making it all up. Fossils today include skin and feather structures. We found pigment cells, soft tissue, and in some cases even voice box fossils. It's not fantasy, it's science. Tested by real evidence, not guesswork from nerds, as you say.
Now, some people, I don't think I would go so far as to say this, but some people say it's a grand conspiracy against young Earth creationism, which says that the Earth is 6,000 years old. And, obviously God created it, that they tried to use that as, no, the Earth is billions of years old and we've evolved over time, yada, yada. I don't know about all that.
Well, at least there's some hope for you, Allie.
But if I were to pick a theory, I'm I could see dinosaurs not being real. I don't know. And I don't know about the moon. I mean, I used to say, oh yeah, for sure. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, I don't know. Maybe there's some credence to that. What about flat Earth? Anyone?
Oh, here we go.
No.
Me neither.
Yes! Get in. Still not happy about the dinosaur and moon comments, though.
The thing
Yeah.
with the moon, where my dial has moved, I used to be like, oh, we totally went. Scientists, they totally did it. And so now it's not so much that I've seen evidence that we didn't go. I'm just like, now I don't trust the government to tell me the truth. And I wouldn't put them past it to fake it. But
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe, that doesn't mean that I believe that they did. I just wouldn't put it past them.
Well, I understand that skepticism, I really do. But you have to remember, whilst NASA is a government agency, it's full of scientists and engineers that want to do the best they can for humanity and to explore the universe.
Yeah.
Because I don't necessarily know either way. I kind of think we did, though, but I don't know. You never know.
That's the thing, is that you never know. Okay, what about that one conspiracy theory? It's called the Mandela Effect.
Well, this is a real bingo card today, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And I just learned about this like a year ago.
That stuff's crazy.
Yeah, how some people, if you don't know, you probably do, but like some people claim there's like an alternate universe. Like one example is Nelson Mandela. Like some people say that they remember him dying like in the 80s or 90s and they like remember his funeral, but he didn't die until I don't know when it was, like a few years ago or something like that. But there is like a group of people who swear that they remember that. And then also the Berenstain Bears versus the Berenstain Bears.
Mm-hmm.
It is Berenstain.
Mass misremembering. Nothing more than that, Ali.
Also, like a lot of people remember it being Jiffy when it's always been Jif, right? Like the peanut butter,
Yeah.
Jiffy. I feel like most of them have been, at least mostly proven. But then there's some situations where I've seen people, and anyone can doctor a photo on a video. It's very easy. But where even the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstain Bears, that they have a book, like a physical book that is the opposite spelling of what it should be. And it's just interesting that these things do exist. It's like, is it real? Is it Photoshop? We'll never know.
Well, we do know. They are knockoff books where the creator of them probably misremembered too. After that, the team move on to something else, and that was that. Overall, I don't mind these sorts of discussions surrounding conspiracy theories, as long as the host isn't pushing too hard on one. What do we all think overall on this one, everyone? Let me know in the comments below. As I say, we're all done and dusted for another Tinfoil Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching today. As always, it's very much appreciated, it really is. If you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to the channel, as well as hitting the thumbs up button too. I've been Simon Dan, have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow, where Eric DeBay apparently has 5 real-world proofs that the Earth is flat. Can't wait. See you then.